On this episode of Slickworks, we have a 2022 Harley Davidson Street Bob that's here for some custom paint. So we're going to be starting off with these saddlebags, and she didn't want to spend any money on bodywork, but there's some things that we absolutely could not leave. Like right here, there's a whole lot of wavy fiberglass drips and stuff like that. And this is the top of the bag, so that had to be addressed. We got Gordo over here working away on the tank. So he's just sanding these graphics flat. You can see the shininess there. You see the darker black? That's what you can feel with your hands. So these graphics are going to be sanded flat and ready to go full black. Again, over here, just a few little areas of some polyester filler that we got to address to get it right, because these are going black and they got to look as close to perfect as we can. They got a huge dip right here, but we're just going to ignore that. So once they're painted, you'll see what I mean by that. But these are going to be getting some silver leaf, so that's going to be kind of fun. Anyways, off to it.
Well, Gordy did a fantastic job of getting all these parts prepped up for paint, and I love him for that. The problem here is when I was leaving the shop, I had some running around to do. Had some issues with trying to get the paint for these parts. I asked Gordy, jump back on the Daytona spoiler, and I just came in the shop tonight. It's just after midnight, and so there's a Daytona spoiler. It's not sanded out. And here is the fenders that weren't supposed to be painted, which is kind of unfortunate.
All right, well, we got everything of Jeannie's hung up in the booth, masked up, clean, ready to shoot. So I'm going to be spraying this today. Of course, this is going black. Fun little tip for you guys. These are earplugs. Just ball them up, twist them, stick them in there. Easiest way you can mask a hole with threads in it. All right, well, I got all Jeannie's stuff here. This has been running in the booth for 6 hours, and it's gone from 10 degrees to 11 degrees. So I think it's warm enough to start shooting this stuff. So the saddlebags, because we had these little bit of repairs that we needed in there, they did get some filler. They did get a little bit of filler, so those will have to be sealed. Just one quick coat of sealer, and then we'll be shooting it in black. Didn't notice that. Well, that'll be on the inside, so no one will see that anyways. Okay, time to paint this stuff. Sealer's down, base coat's next. Okay, so we're at the point with Jeannie's bike parts where we're sanding them out for some leaf work. So here we have the tank. Looks absolutely beautiful. Had a bit of issues with the saddlebags. Also we have, of course, the hinges, which she wanted black, so now the hinges are now black. So the saddlebags, they needed a lot of bodywork, but there was no bodywork in the budget. So we fixed what we could, just a few horrible fiberglass drips. We actually fixed them for free off the clock because we just could not leave it like that. But there's a few sections up here. I'll send you, or I'll throw some video from inside the booth over top of this while I'm talking. But you can see there's a few sections that were not ideal, but we're working with what we got, and we're gonna get some nice looking tins out. What?
You're coming in, Dad. You're coming in a while.
What are you saying?
Rampage.
Oh, how'd this turn out? Looks good. Now we're sanding all of the shininess out of it to make it look like this. Ready for vase dose.
800, right?
800?
This is 800.
That's 800?
Yeah.
No, I wanted 1,000. No, I'm just joking. So this is the emblem that Jeannie wants on her Harley tank, only she wants it done in engine turned gold leaf. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a photo and show you how I can turn this into a stencil. Okay, so I've taped out this preliminary design. She was really inspired by lightning bolts, so I threw some lightning bolts up there, as well as our Harley emblems that we have cut out on the side. We are going to get rid of these scallops on the side for now, and she's going to decide next year if she wants to carry on this theme onto the rest of the bike. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and put some sizing glue in the airbrush and spray some sizing glue in here. Lay the leaf on, roll it nice and flat, and go from there. Looks pretty good, eh? Well, besides, of course, that, I did the same thing on the other side. Get my cotton ball, I was brushing it, shining it up with the cotton ball, and slipped. Fingernail, thumbnail actually. Can go from perfect to another 40 minutes of work that quickly. Anyways, the other side I'm not going to show you, but it's a little bit worse. So I'm going to get my DA, sand it down a little bit with 800 grit, throw another layer on there, and hope for the best. Okay, well, I'm redoing this side for the third time, unfortunately, but this side turned out really good. This, we're leaving, I'm done. That's good. Shine a little light on it there, kind of see. Yeah, so the lines actually turned out really nice and crisp. The other side was not so good, so we're redoing it again. Also, I got this cool little airbrush stand. I don't know what took me so long to get one of those after dropping my airbrush, 20 or 30 times. So for less than 20 bucks, now I got a little bit of security too. Well, folks, it's clear coat time, thank goodness. So I finally got the tank to the point that I'm reasonably happy with it. So let's see, my flash on my phone is not doing anything. Anyways, that looks pretty crisp, looks pretty crispy. Emblem on this side. Looks pretty crispy, a little bit fuzzier on the edges in some areas, but really not bad. And then of course, I cleaned up the lightning bolts here. Well, we're wrapping this episode there. I didn't actually get any footage of her Harley assembled, but here you can see her out enjoying her bike, which is awesome. She was stoked about the paint job, so that makes me stoked about the paint job too. If you found any value in this episode at all, I would encourage you to hit the subscribe button because we have a lot of cool stuff on the way. More custom paint, more cool restorations. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.